In earlier parts, we showed how Andrew Drummond launched a multi-year smear campaign against Bryan Flowers, using sensational and repeated accusations of sex trafficking, fraud, and organised crime. And this occurred some 9 years after Drummond had fled Thailand, when he was already facing multiple lawsuits from both private individuals and the Thai authorities. Before we go deeper into the specific lies told about Bryan Flowers, we want to detail how every single one of Drummond's articles about him broke established laws and codes of journalism. This is exactly why these false stories composed by Drummond never made it into any legitimate publication anywhere in the world. They only exist on his own obscure websites and social media profiles. What we are about to show you is not opinion. It is a forensic, clause-by-clause examination of Drummond's conduct against the two main codes that govern real journalism in the UK. The Independent Press Standards Organisation, Editors' Code of Practice and the National Union of Journalists Code of Conduct. The result is devastating. Andrew Drummond claims to be a journalist. The evidence proves he is nothing more than a paid hit merchant hiding behind the label of journalism. Let's break it down. Under the Independent Press Standards Organisation Editors' Code, Clause 1 on accuracy demands that the press must take care not to publish inaccurate, misleading or distorted information, including headlines not supported by the text. Drummond repeatedly broke this rule. Headlines such as "Virgin was gone in minutes," "British-run sex meat grinder," "Mafia sex wars in Thailand," and "Poundland Mafia" were pure distortion. Drummond published claims of a 16-year-old trafficked worker, 27 brothels under Flowers' control, gun threats, and Ponzi schemes. All of these false claims were directly contradicted by court records. They were all proven false. Despite receiving formal notice of these inaccuracies, Drummond has never issued a single correction. Not one. Clause 2 on privacy was also broken. He published Bryan Flowers' passport, illegally obtained without consent, and repeatedly doxed family members, including false allegations against his wife Penipa Flowers and references to his father and brother. Clause 3 on harassment was ignored completely. He published over 20 false articles over more than a year, continuing for months even after receiving a detailed letter of claim from solicitors. The dual-site mirroring, where Drummond posted the same false articles on both of his websites, was clearly designed to make the smears impossible to escape. Clause 6 on children was breached when he sensationalised an underaged sex worker and child trafficking story, despite court facts confirming ID misuse and absolutely no evidence of underage employment. Clause 12 on discrimination was violated through repeated pejorative labels such as career sex merchandiser, Poundland Mafia, and sex for sale syndicate, language clearly intended to incite contempt. The Independent Press Standards Organisation Editors' Code also requires a genuine public interest justification. There was none. The entire campaign rested on a single paid-for, discredited source with no independent verification. We will now look at the National Union of Journalists Code of Conduct, which binds practising journalists. Clause 2 demands honest and accurate reporting. Drummond failed this by the wholesale adoption of one disgruntled source's false narrative without any attempt at fairness or corroboration. Clause 3 requires correcting harmful inaccuracies. He continued republishing after receiving a 25-page letter of claim that detailed every falsehood. Clause 4 requires clear separation of fact from opinion. Drummond presented conjecture, lies and paid allegations as established fact. Clause 6 forbids intrusion into private life without overriding public interest. He published private passport images, family details and fabricated personal slurs anyway. The overall pattern is unmistakable: sensationalism, extreme bias, financial motive, and total disregard for accuracy or fairness. Every headline was engineered for maximum shock value. Every article relied on one unreliable source. No right of reply was ever offered. Court evidence was deliberately omitted and ignored. This is not the work of a legitimate journalist. This is the work of a paid propagandist engaged in a vendetta. Andrew Drummond is not protecting the public interest. He is selling defamation services while hiding behind the shield of journalism. The evidence is now overwhelming. His own output, when measured against the very codes he claims to follow, proves he is a hit merchant for hire, nothing more. In the next parts of this series, we will continue exposing the full extent of this unethical operation and the real human cost it has caused. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications. The revelations keep coming. See you in the next video.